Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to #BSB. Now before I jump into this video, give it a thumbs up because you know you're gonna like it, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram @SincerelyRare. Now here we are for part 3 of my life update. And in this video, we're gonna talk about my business school journey thus far, at least over like the past 9 months. Since I decided that I wasn't going to apply to business schools last year. So let's jump right in. All right, where do we start? I'm still working on the GMAT, unfortunately. I haven't taken another exam since my last exam in like October. I took a break from studying for a couple weeks. And then I was like, toying with the idea, all right, am I gonna apply, am I not? Like, am I gonna postpone it? Am I gonna retake? Am I gonna switch to the GRE? So ultimately, I decided, all right, I may give the GRE a try. Took the GRE practice test. My performance on the GRE was similar to my performance on the GMAT. So I was like, all right, I think I should just stay with the GMAT, especially since my weak part is verbal and math has just been like going smooth on its own, which is weird. But if you're not familiar with the makeup of the GRE, or at least the breakdown or different strengths and weaknesses of the GRE, the verbal section is harder on the GRE than it is on the GMAT, so that doesn't help me. The math is easier on the GRE than on the GMAT, but I'm doing great in like GMAT math. My weak point is verbal, and the verbal is easier on the GMAT, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay with the GMAT. I'm just gonna get a different tutor because I've wasted way too much money working with the other tutor that I was working with before. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna find another tutor, but unfortunately then my grandmother got sick, so my focus was over there. When she finally got better, I was like, okay, now it's time to start like finding a new tutor. Did that, I ended up deferring from MLT, the MBA prep program that I was doing all of last year, and they provide like some resources that I could refer to. Honestly, I only used the tutor list and I haven't even like touched the platform that they have for deferred students or deferred fellows like ever since. So I just wasted $250 there. But anyway, found a tutor on that list, been working with him since mid-December. His name is Daniel Thornton. I refer to him, or he refers to himself as the GMAT man. So yeah, things have been going really well while working with him. He opened my eyes to other options that I have for the GMAT, so I'm in the process of actually exploring those options and getting sign off on those options so that I can officially take my test. My practice scores have been improving. My my motivation for studying has been wavering a little bit, only because I have been stuck in limbo, or I have been feeling like I've been stuck in limbo trying to pursue these other options that my tutor exposed me to. Truthfully, I probably could have taken the exam actually. So the way my tutor now, the tutor that I have now, the way that he structures it, he goes through all of, he has these set math topics that he wants you to go through, and then he starts weaving in verbal with the math because there's just way more math topics than verbal topics. So essentially, I finished his program in like mid-April, but because of what was going on with my grandma, you know, her just coming out of being really sick, and then me starting a new job, while I probably could have taken the exam and done well, fear set in. I also knew that I was preparing to go to Greece, so just a lot of other things kind of deterred me from just taking the GMAT in its standard state. Around the time where I finished my tutor's program, I also started to explore the other options that he was telling me about. unfortunately, I'm still waiting on that. So I will not be applying round 1. I will be applying round 2. My goal is to apply by mid-December, like hitting submit by like September 15th, because as of September 23rd, I will be on a flight to Ghana, so I ain't got time. But to go back to the GMAT, hopefully I'm able to take my last exam in like early September at the latest, bro. Like, I just want to get this shit over with. It's the end of July, like I'm ready. So yeah, as of right now in terms of studying, I'm just doing a lot of like time sets for math and verbal on the NBA.com like GMAT practice platform. I also use GMAT Club every now and then. Verbal looks like it's increasing. Math is where it's at. I mean, math is where it's at. Math is good. I'm good with math. I just need to raise my verbal. So, but I've still been making sure that I balance the amount of time that I allot for each part of the exam, because at one point I was doing verbal. I was doing verbal. And then when it was time for my tutor was like, oh, just take a practice test, see how you do. I hadn't studied math in like a month, so it was like, all right, my math score is trash. So yeah, obviously that end score did not flush out the way that I wanted it to. So yeah, I've just been constantly reminding myself to balance the amount of math I study to the amount of verbal that I study. And I've also been forcing myself to like read books. It's really hard for me to read books because I have a very short attention span. And if you don't hook me, it's over. It's like a lost cause. I might as well have never bought the book or rented the book or whatever, opened the book. So I've just been really conscious of what I do in my spare time, reading, reviewing my flashcards. I'm forcing myself to review them at least on a weekly basis, and I'm reading every day. So I can just get used to constantly reading. Outside of that, I've leveraged a lot of the essays that I wrote from last year. I don't know why I just said a lot of essays. I only wrote one school essay, both consortium essays, and my Stanford essays. I finished my Stanford essays in early July. I've actually finished my Ross essays. I just need somebody to review it. So once I get someone to review it, those will be checked off. Next, I'm going to tackle the MIT essay / video, and also the cover letter for that. And I'm going to focus on like my other schools, Haas, and those are my top 4. I'm drawing a blank on my 5th school is. Darn it. Okay, whatever. You got the top 4. I do plan on attending 4 diversity days or weekends this year. I plan on going back to Ross up close. I haven't been there in like 2-3 years, so it's definitely important for me to go back and reconnect with the program, connect with the current students, many of them who were my MLT classmates last year, and just get like fully immersed in like the culture of Ross again, and also steal some keys that I can throw into my essays. Another school that I'm going to visit is MIT. I've never visited MIT before. I plan on visiting Haas, UCLA, and Wharton. Those 3 schools I haven't been able to visit. I've been in contact with some folks at UCLA, and I also know some MLT fellows from last year who were going there. Haas, I've been in contact with a shit ton of current students and alumni, so I'm really stoked about visiting Haas. Wharton, on the fence about Wharton. Like, I've heard that this is like a really good school. The one turn off for me is that it is on the East Coast and that it's a huge program, but I know that the opportunities that are available for tech and students interested in going into social impact is really big, so I want to explore that a little more. In terms of other diversity days, I really don't feel like budgeting for them, so I'm not going to extend myself past the 5 that I just listed for y'all. What else is there? My resume is up to date. My story, I already know my story, I already know my why. Can't stress that enough. Knowing your why is super important in this journey. Of course, a bulk of my energy is going toward the GMAT because I'm getting it out the way this next attempt at the GMAT because I'm tired of wasting money. On to my favorite topic of this video, MLT MBA prep. So as you probably saw in the subject of this video, MLT MBA prep did not reinstate me into this year's class yet. And that is because my coach specifically refuses to let me back in until I retake the GMAT. And to be honest, I don't think it's fair because, you know, at first I was a little skeptical, like voicing my opinion on this video, but truthfully, I don't care. I reached out to MBA Prep expressing my feelings toward the situation because there are other fellows who are in the same exact boat as me, different coaches, but were reinstated. And this weekend, they are at MIT and Harvard for the 3rd MBA Prep seminar. And truthfully, I'm having some serious FOMO right now. Now, granted, I didn't need to go to the 3rd seminar because I have a pretty good relationship with the admissions officers for the schools that I'm applying to, but it's just like, I want to rekindle that flame and like in person, not have to wait for them to come to New York because who knows how long it's going to be till they come to New York. And like chop it up with them, catch up, let them know what's going on with my journey so far. But unfortunately, I was not given that opportunity. And then another reason why I felt like it would have been good to go to the 3rd seminar is because I don't know anyone in this year's cohort. Like I know a few people and I know the deferred people, but it's like I want to get to know like everybody and have that support system, especially in New York because there's a shit ton of MLT fellows in New York. So yeah, just suffering from FOMO over here, especially since MIT is one of my schools. Like it would have been dope to just get that visit out the way. So I didn't even gotta go to the university day. So I don't really know what's gonna happen with MLT. Like I don't know if I'm ever gonna be reinstated because I gotta take this GMAT again, and I've already told them like, hey, round 1's not happening because like Stanford is due like September 12th and it's July 27th. I wouldn't take, like I said, at the latest, I would take my exam like early September. Like I'm not trying to rush an application. Yes, my essays are done, but I still need like recommenders and stuff. I just would rather not rush this application. So I straight up told them like, yeah, like what's about to happen next because this is my GMAT situation and I'm not applying until round 2, and I'm being told that if you get reinstated, when you get reinstated, you're expected to apply round 1, but like that's not happening for me. So what? I was told that there are special circumstances where they allow people to apply round 2, and I'm just like, so why am I not reinstated? Like just reinstate me. I'm applying round 2. It's happening. So yeah, TBD on the MLT MBA prep, on my MLT MBA prep status, because right now it's pending. That's my business school update. It's been a long day of recording, so I'm signing off. But what I didn't say in other videos that I just remembered that I usually say, if you have any questions about what I've discussed in part 1, 2, and 3 of my life update, just drop them below here or in the previous videos. Where you drop the comment is, I'm gonna see it anyway, so just to each his own. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up because I know you liked it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get notifications next time I upload a new video. Till next time, bye guys.